I think it is a common experience to have waited for hours to be seen at emergency department. But have you ever encountered a situation where your injury worsened due to incorrect information of waiting time by hospital staffs? The case of Darnley v. Croydon Health Services NHS Trust 2018, UKSC 50 was a landmark decision where the Supreme Court ruled that hospital receptionists breached duty of care by informing incorrect waiting time. Darnley, who was then aged 26, was assaulted in the late afternoon of May 17, 2010, when he was struck on the head by an unknown assailant in South London. He later telephoned his friend, Tubman. Darnley told Tubman about the assault and complained that he had a headache and that it was getting worse. Tubman drove Darnley to the Accident and Emergency Department, A&E Department, at Mayday Hospital, Croydon, which was managed by NHS Trust. It was noted in the clerking record that Darnley attended at 2026. Tubman accompanied Darnley at the A&E department and was a witness to the conversation with the receptionist. Darnley provided his personal details. He informed the receptionist that he had been assaulted by being struck over the back of the head, and he thought that he had a head injury, that he was feeling very unwell, and that his head was hurting. The receptionist did not have a helpful attitude. She asked Darnley if the police were involved. Darnley and Tubman both told the receptionist that Darnley was really unwell, and they were worried that he had a head injury which needed urgent treatment. The receptionist told Darnley that he would have to go and sit down and that he would have to wait up to 4 to 5 hours before somebody looked at him. Darnley told the receptionist that he could not wait that long as he felt as if he was about to collapse. The receptionist replied that if Darnley did collapse, he would be treated as an emergency. Darnley sat down with Tubman in the waiting area. However, Darnley decided to leave because he felt too unwell to remain and he wanted to go home to take some paracetamol. Darnley and Tubman left after 19 minutes at 20:45. The identity of the receptionist is unknown, but is either of the two who was on duty at the time, Ashley or Reeves. They gave evidence as to their usual practice when a person with a head injury asked about waiting time. Ashley stated that the patient could expect to be seen by a triage nurse within 30 minutes of arrival. Reeves stated that she would tell them that the triage nurse would be informed, and they would be seen as soon as possible. Tubman drove Darnley to his mother's house, arriving shortly after 21:10. Darnley went to bed. At about 21:30 that evening, Darnley became distressed and attracted the attention of his sister by banging on the wall of his bedroom. An ambulance was called at 21:44. Darnley was taken back to the A&E department at Mayday Hospital. During the journey, he became hypertensive. His GCS was recorded as 915, and he projectile vomited. He arrived at the Mayday Hospital A&E department at 22:38. A CT scan identified a large extradural hematoma overlying the left temporal lobe and inferior parietal lobe with a marked midline shift. Darnley was intubated and ventilated. He was transferred from Mayday Hospital by ambulance into the care of neurosurgeons at St. George's Hospital, Tooting arriving at 0:55. He underwent an operation for the evacuation of the hematoma.